Okay, so welcome back to my series on bad marriage advice. And what I'm talking about today is the idea that marriage requires sacrifice. So I'm Leslie Dories, your marriage coach, creator of the Hero Husband Project, and owner of Foundations Coaching. And every time I hear the word sacrifice, I think back to a movie called What a Girl Wants with Colin Firth and Amanda Bynes, where Colin Firth is going to marry somebody because he's supposed to. And his mother tells him, that their whole family has been sacrificing bits and pieces of themselves for the country for generations. And that actually is one of the meaning of the words sacrifice. It means the destruction or surrender of something for the sake of something else. And so when this is used in relation to marriage, what frequently gets sacrificed is you for the sake of what I call the marriage blob, right? You don't get absorbed by the marriage blob. You need to be who you are. Now, you want to be the best of who you are, but you don't want to sacrifice bits and pieces of yourself because eventually you're going to get pissed and resentful about it. If you are sacrificing for the sake of your relationship or for anybody else, that sets up a way of thinking about things. And it doesn't become something that you're doing from a place of generosity. It almost puts it into that idea of limitation, right? That there's only so much. And my clients think I play grammar gymnastics, and I don't, because the words that we use are reflections of our thoughts and our feelings. And while sacrificing may sound good, that doesn't actually sound like it's coming from a place of love and generosity, which is what you want all of your decisions about marriage to be. If I feel like I have to do this, then there's going to be some places for resentment to grab on, especially if you think you are sacrificing, but your partner isn't. And this happens a lot. And again, we have people saying you should be doing this, and I'm saying no, please don't do this, because the truth of the matter is you can't give up parts of yourself and then expect to survive. And like I said before, you want to bring your best self to the table, but you are always going to be you. Now, that doesn't mean we can't change our behaviors or we can't learn how to do things differently. That we can definitely do. But not being accepted for who you are, being expected to be something that you're not, sets up tension. And and unfortunately, this is what happens with a lot of people. They start doing things in their relationships because they should, or they're told that's the right thing to do, or they are told that they have to do that. And then there's this resistance to it. And it's the resistance that's going to create problems. Now, yes, we will do things for the people that we love. We will do them, and sometimes when you're part of a partnership, you will do things that if you were left to your own devices, you would never do. But that shouldn't be looked at as a sacrifice. That, again, like I was talking about in the live about marriage requires compromise, it's the same concept. I want to be choosing to do this because this is going to bring us to a place that we want to be. I don't want to be forced, dragging, kicking, screaming, having to do it, because that then creates this sense of, what are you doing for me? How are you sacrificing for me? And instead of the two of you working as a team, you're in this tug of war about who's doing more. So anytime the word should or I have to shows up for you, I want you to think about that as a stop sign to go, what is this about? Do I really want to be doing this? And what other options are there? Because you cannot eventually, if you're eventually going to revolt against this. You're eventually going to push back against this. And a lot of times your partner has no idea that when you say yes to something, you're looking at it as a sacrifice and they're just saying, oh, they want to do this. So you just set up this really weird dynamic. So I'm really suggesting that you don't do this. And if you have been doing this in your relationship and you're starting to get into this scorekeeping resentment place, then I invite you to stop. I invite you to get in touch with me and find a healthier way to do this. Because this is what I help my clients with. And I'm hoping that you'll also subscribe to this channel so that you can get more of this information. And again, you can reach me, put a message down below, direct message me, or you can send me an email at Leslie, Lesli, at foundationscoachingnc.com. That's FOUNDATIONS, coaching, N as in Nancy, C as in Charlie.com. And join me next week for my next episode of Bad Marriage Advice. And until then, stay loving.